So, I did a thing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shawn. Welcome to my home. Look who I found. The old guy out back has a boo-boo on his finger. Don't ask, it's a graphic story. You know, I've always been talking about this huge kitchen remodel that we want to do and my plans, and I'm not sure if the big remodel is going to happen this year after all. Something is always coming up more important. So I started getting bummed, but then instead of getting bummed, I'm like, girl, you know how to do a lot of things. Let's start thinking about this. I'm like, what can I do to kind of keep what I have, but change it? And I'm not ready to tackle the counters yet because of the stove, although I'm trying to convince him to go look at this amazing stove I found on Craigslist that's super cheap. It's a really high-end stove, and I don't know why it's so cheap, but boy, wouldn't that be nice. I'm like, I'm gonna try something on my island. Now, the whole goal was to replace the countertops with like a marble, no granite, maybe a slate. I don't know. Probably a marble was what I saw. I can't afford that right now. Well, we could, but it's not a priority. So I started researching online, looking for like DIY counter kits you could buy. I was looking for kits, specifically thinking I'd find a marbling kit. And I actually came across this website called It. It is a liquid wood finish that you can apply on counters, cupboards, floors, doors, walls, trains, planes, and automobiles, if that's what you want to do. This thing is amazing. They actually have on their website an offer that if you just give them your email address so they can send you notifications of sales and stuff, they give you a 20% off coupon. So I ended up getting the product for $80 and was able to ship it to myself faster because I saved the money. So I spent the same in the end, but who cares? I got the product. This product takes anything and it turns it into wood, a wood look, specifically like a butcher block look. And I started telling you about it a while ago, like, hey, this is coming. And he was just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
We'll
you did say, once you did see the end result, you did say, wow, I didn't expect that.
Oh, yeah, it was like, I did not expect that at all. That was, like, incredible. It looks, you can't even imagine how good it looks. Everybody thinks it's like
Everybody thinks I replaced it.
Yeah, definitely.
Even my son-in-law was like, come on, did you peel that, covering off that cheap countertop? It's disgusting countertop.
Yeah,
You've seen it.
It's old. It's ugly.
It's wicked ugly. So I wanted to test it on this. Now, this website has, I forget how many colors. There's at least 5 different choices of the wood tone you want to achieve. Everything's from reds to darks, all the way to lights and honeys. I went with barnwood. I like the barnwood because it's actually gray, but it's actually brown. It works with both rooms perfectly. I needed everything to still stay cohesive. Try saying that 5 times fast. So I picked this and I woke up very early Sunday morning and decided I'm going to do it. So check this out. My package came and I was super excited to see exactly what was in this kit. It actually comes with everything that you need to do this technique on the surface of your choice. In the kit, you get instructions, a really great brush. Don't know what the sponge is for. There's your base coat. You will also get your stain color you choose, as well as a water-based epoxy top coat and the graining tools themselves. And we're just going to recap. This is what we're starting with. There is absolutely nothing fancy about this island. It was made in the 1960s and it shows. I do love the shiplap detail, but it's a detail that does not stand out and it just gets lost and it's very unappreciated under there. So I'm hoping a little color might make this pop some more. This side is the side that was attached to the wall, which is why it's a plywood end. And as you can see, there is some damage done, but that's not a big deal. I have some paintable wood putty I'm going to use. I'm going to fill that in. We'll sand it smooth so that we can get our paint on there and it'll look a million times better. And this cheap gray Formica top is on its way out and I can't wait. I'm going to be using some Esporal alcohol and I am going to put that down all over the surface and I'm going to use that to clean the surface thoroughly. When you start, you want to make sure that there is literally nothing left behind on this surface. No gunk, no goo, no dust, nothing. So clean it off good and then use a 220 grit sandpaper. You do not need to apply much pressure at all. I'm really applying none. And I'm just going to go over it and give it a nice light sanding so that I can just tooth the surface so that the base coat will adhere properly. When you're done sanding, you just want to make sure that you really clean that surface off, again, really well, so there's no debris left behind that would get trapped in that base coat. So just make sure you clean it up. Now we're ready to apply the base coat that came with the kit, and we are going to use this amazing super soft brush that it came with. I really like this brush. So we're just going to start applying it. Again, we're going to apply it in kind of longish strokes, if you will, going the same way. I'm going to be making planks, if you will, across there, which is why I'm going to go from end to end. This will take 3 coats on my counter. So this is just the first one that we put down and it's a good coverage. You can go thicker, you can go thinner. I did not go too thick or too thin. I put what I thought was the right amount for the first base coat. But like I said, I'm actually going to end up going over this 2 more times just because I could continue to see here and there pops of that gray coming through, and in other spots I could see the fleck that was in the gray coming through, and I just really wanted to make sure I had it done. Now, when it's completely done, another thing I did is I did use 220 sandpaper and just lightly sanded on top of what I painted to give it that smooth feeling because it was a little rough and I think you'll find the same issue. But it's just very light using 220, nothing fancy. Don't forget to do all of your edges because that's important for the finished look as well. If you're as impatient as I am, you can use a hairdryer to speed up the drying time. Step 2. Next step is the important step because now we have the base down and it is the color of wood. I mean, there's no wood grain in detail yet. So yeah, the next step, the stain. And this one, I went with the color Barnwood. I like that color. I think that's gonna look like really good, you know, against this. It's gonna be the perfect color of the grain I want. It's a little bit of gray, but brown, and it'll warm everything up and look good. And it also came with 2 tools. These are the wood graining tools, a large one, and we also have a small one, which is good for the edges or for shaking up the detail a little bit in it. Now, this is the first time I've done wood grain, and I'm not gonna lie, I am super nervous. I have my lights out. I want them on this. I want to see this whole surface perfectly. And from what I understand, when you're holding it, you're going to start on this end and you drag it, and as you drag it, you turn it, and then you keep going back and forth like a boat. So you're going like this as you go straight. Looks funny in the air, but that's the technique, and oh, I'm gonna try it. I am super, super nervous. I'm scared to mess this up, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Now, I'm gonna turn the camera the other way so that you can obviously watch as this is happening. It says to create the stain gel on the top of this in long plank with patterns. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna go from one end all the way to the other, just like that. Sorry, my dog's walking in the background. And then I'm going to rock that piece, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. And I will do a close-up, but for right now, I'm going to set the camera so that you can kind of see the whole thing going down. And I'm scared. I am. I'm actually nervous. So, all right, I'm just going to do it. Enough. All right, let's do this. Following the instructions, I'm going to apply my stain in a very light coating. The width of the planks, I want to create the illusion that they are. You don't need much. And then take your tool, and as you can see, this rocking motion back and forth, nice and smooth, drag it down. Gosh. Do you see that? This is actually super awesome. Let's do another one. I'm literally blown away with the results that this kit creates. And I literally cannot say enough about it. I'm literally blown away with this technique. Close up of the grain it creates. This is looks so good. Don't forget to apply it on your edges and also grain them as well for the full effect and to make it look as real as possible. Oh my gosh, I love this. How amazing is this? It literally looks like real wood. I can't even talk. I'm so blown away. It's gorgeous. Look at the edges. I mean, this literally looks like wood. This does not look like cheap gray Formica anymore. And we are going to go back in with the stain because this is an option in the instructions. And I'm going to apply it lightly onto all of this surface, and then I'm going to gently wipe it off. This is actually going to make it a little bit deeper and darker, which I think would be a good thing. I don't want this much of the cream color showing through. I want to make it a little darker before I seal it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to apply one quick layer on this, nice and light. The more you apply, the darker it gets. I actually really like how it darkened that wood right up. So, yeah. I'm happy I did not skip that step. I did all of the edges. It looks so good. I mean, look at that. Now it's time to add that water-based epoxy alternative it comes with, and I ended up doing 6 coats for protection. You do as many as you want, and this is food grade safe. I've got the wood putty in there on that end. I filled it in as best as I could. It's not perfect, but I'm fine with it. Now to sand it. This paint color is called Sir Drake by Magnolia, and it's actually a paint I picked up for a different project in another room, but I thought it would actually look amazing in this room. And guess what? I was right. It dries different than what you see here. It's definitely like a gray-green with a hint of blue, but it goes so nicely with the new Butcher Block Illusion countertop I did. And I actually like it for a pop of color in the kitchen, where my kitchen is a lot of gray and white and wood. This is amazing, and now I think I'm going to paint the rest of my cupboards this color, but that's another story. So we're just applying it to the entire unit. I took the doors off, I took the hardware off, I've painted everything up nice, and I actually only did 2 coats on the entire surface because this paint is just so creamy and so thick. I love it. The coverage is just amazing. And here it is. It's all done. And I am literally over the moon with this. This came out so good. I love it. I love the color underneath it. I love the tones of the butcher block I created on top. This is a phenomenal product. I am so glad I took a chance and did it. I also removed one of my bar stools from the bar because 3 was just too many on one side. This is perfect. So what do you think of the counter?
It's incredible. I wouldn't imagine that ever happening. I mean, I fix cars for a living, and I mean, I do some crazy things with paint and stuff, but I was totally impressed. She didn't believe me, but I'm like, that is awesome. It looks incredible.
I was literally blown away with the results that this product gives. It does take a teeny little bit, I don't want to say skill, you just have to practice with the graining tool, because like I showed you, the motion is this, so you're going from end to end to end, but you're also going this way, so it's like, and it has to be smooth. So I suggest practicing the motion just on the counter or something. I love it. I am obsessed. What room did you tell me to do next?
I think we're gonna do the bathroom next, right?
My bathroom.
Your bathroom. Mine's blank.
We have his in her bathroom. Well, I'll get to his. His is an tiny, awful bathroom. Mine is, I have a cool bathroom. Mine's big.
Mine's better.
No, it's not.
That's Mantown.
Mantown. He did just buy himself a new throne, and it's pretty comfy.
Mm-hmm.
But
saving on water.
It does. It's energy efficient.
1.28 gallons per foot. Gotta be eco-friendly, right?
Oh my Lord. Back to this counter. Oh my gosh. And Maggie, she wants to say hi. So if you see a tail, it's the cat. There it is. This was amazing. The end result, as you saw yourself. Come on, Maggie. The end result blew my mind away. I definitely am going to be using this in my design of the hallway. I have something I'm going to redo, and I don't think that's actually wood, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is solid wood?
Yeah.
So I don't need to use a
No,
wood grain kit on wood.
I would still use it.
Just do that on the top, not strip it down?
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're going to do it in in the hallway. The counter came out amazing. It just goes to show that you don't have to spend a ton of money to actually give a room a really incredible high-end look. Like, nobody believes that's not a real piece of butcher block. And I can only imagine, you know, I can see what I can see when I look at the video to see what do you see. But even my daughter said that seeing it in person is nothing like seeing it on the camera. It is really nice. I love it.
It's incredible. I would not never believed it ever could happen.
So
ever.
good. I highly recommend this product. I'm actually going to link their website in the description. Seriously, pop over there and check it out. I bought the smaller kit. Again, it would have been $100 before and then like $110 with shipping. But they do sell a bigger kit, which does your counters. I will tell you, this did my island. How big is the island?
It's probably about 2 feet by 5 feet wide.
It's not huge. It's not huge. But it did that, and there's enough where I will be able to do that project in the hall, like I said. So totally worth the money. I had figured into another budget, which is the hallway remodel coming up, paint. And it's a color that I actually picked out from Magnolia. It's called Sir Drake. And it's like a greenish, grayish.
Yeah, I thought it was more bluish.
Bluish?
But when it dries, it looks a little greenish.
Different light during the day.
Yeah, it
Gives
changes
it,
a
yeah,
little bit.
it does. It is a gorgeous color. You saw it. But it's a color I didn't pick for that room, and it ended up being perfect. And the biggest surprise was he loved it. He loved it. This
Just
chicken's
to
running around.
Cover the wainscoting that I put on like 20-something years ago.
Well, yeah, because that bar used to be attached to the wall. In a very precarious where the oven is situation. It's that's why the kitchen needs to be redone. So anyways, the point is you can do a DIY project, and I have now figured out this whole kitchen and what I want to do, and I don't need to get all of the newness that we had planned on doing. I can live with the floor for a while longer. It's not a priority. I do think I'll get the stove, but that island is dreamy. Dreamy, dreamy. Everybody loves the island. I love it. It came out so good.
I think one more coat of epoxy or 2.
Yeah, definitely. I've got 3 on there now, but I definitely just, why not? It has it. Why not do it? I want to protect it, make sure it stays nice, because it's beautiful. I really love it. I am so like, that came out bad. Well, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is by far my favorite DIY done in this house so far. It is looking so good. And now I have a new idea for the kitchen. Yes, I see you. Hello. I have a new idea for the kitchen, and it's just going to be great, and it's going to be budget friendly, super cheap. I'm all about using things I have, sharing. Plus, by sharing room to room, yes, Maggie, sharing room to room with the different paint colors and stuff, it gives me that cohesive flow. So the line of sight for what you can see from one end to the other, sorry, it's my husband out back, is it's cohesive. The colors all go together. They span through as you're looking. And that's very important. That's very important to me. I'm not just gonna slap all these colors up and be like, hey, it's because I like it. No, I want it cohesive. I want it to be harmonious. I want it to look fabulous. And it really is starting to. I'm so excited, man. This island is like, I love it. I love it. So anyways, again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this has inspired you to try it. Definitely give that website a check out. They are amazing. Even if you're not going to do a project right now, check them out. I'm telling you, this is a fabulous, amazing, magical product that I am so glad I stumbled upon, because it's perfect. It's perfect. So if you're new to my channel, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button and take this crazy journey with me as I remake this entire house one room at a time. You're gonna want to miss any of this. Hit that subscribe button. If you hit that bell, you'll always be notified when I upload content. I upload every week. There's always something new. And I am super excited for the next room. I just got a call from the decorating center. Everything is in and ready. So onward, forward we go. I hope you enjoyed watching this island transformation and you are in awe as much as I am. If so, please give me that thumbs up button. That thumbs up just helps people find my channel, makes it a little more relevant. And personally, I think this video needs to be shared and enjoyed by all, because again, this is a DIY project that doesn't take that much money to do, and it has a major, massive visual impact. High-end look completely. Nobody believes it's the same counter. I kind of don't even believe it's the same counter, but I was there, so I know it's the same counter. So check it out. Do something in your house. Have fun. I gotta go put this kitty inside. She's driving me nuts. Huh, Maggie? Oh, my girl. I'll see you guys next week.